Hey, good Sunday afternoon, everybody. Meteorologist Greg Majeski back with you here in the North Georgia First Alert Weather Center with your weather update here on your April 13th, 2025. Now, but first, before we get going, I want to say thank you to any new followers here on the page. And if you're not yet officially a follower, what I need you to do is please go down into the comments section. It's going to take you to the main Facebook page right here. And you're going to hit that like button in that upper right-hand corner. That way you officially become a follower here on our main Facebook page. And if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you give us a subscribe and hit that notification bell for future updates. Well, the story out there this afternoon is looking great. Plenty of sunshine, temperatures warming up very nicely. In fact, the big news story here as far as the weather is concerned is the up and down nature of the temperatures here for this next week. And we'll get into that here in just a second. Let's first go ahead and take a live look right now at Lake Lanier. We're looking at abundant sunshine, looking pretty good. Great boating day here. You got a boat out there taking advantage of this great weather out there. A little bit of a light breeze, but looking very good up here for your Sunday afternoon. Also looking good over here at Blue Ridge as well with abundant sunshine. So hopefully you're able to get outside and enjoy it. The wife and I are going to be going out and taking care of a little bit of yard work here in just a little bit to enjoy this great weather out there. All right, radar is all clear. I expect it for the most part to stay that way over the next 7 days, although the temperatures will be a little bit in flux, that's for sure. And we're looking at our regional radar right now. High pressure centered over Georgia. Temperatures here all across Alabama, Georgia in the 60s. Looking at 66 degrees in Dunwoody. Looks like 65 up near Dalton and 64 over there into Douglasville. So everything looking pretty good here across our area. All right, and we're looking pretty good here. We got a lot of clear skies across the region. I expect that again for tomorrow with abundant sunshine, except the temperatures will be warmer because we're going to have a little bit more westerly wind to be blowing in here for tomorrow. So we're going to be looking at our European model data. This is our latest model run here, just hot off the presses. Again, watch that timestamp there in the upper right-hand corner as I take you through this, as we're not going to see any big major storm systems. The one thing I do want to point out is this frontal system that's going to be coming at us as we go in towards your Tuesday. So as we go in for tomorrow, what we're going to see is basically you're going to have high pressure that's going to kind of be sitting here off the coast, okay? So with that kind of wind, we're going to have a kind of a westerly wind that's going to be blowing in there across our area for tomorrow. So that's a warming wind for us. But as we go into Tuesday, you're going to notice the frontal system coming on down. So here's our frontal system coming on down. We're going to have cooler temperatures kind of riding in here. So that's going to beat those temperatures back as we go in towards your Tuesday. And it'll be okay going into Wednesday. No big changes there going into Tuesday and going into Wednesday. No big changes. But then going to Thursday and Friday, we'll see things begin to warm back up again as the winds become a little more southwesterly. But it looks like we're going to have a little bit of ridging that's going to be taking place across the southeast. And what that's going to do, because of this ridging, as we go in toward your Friday and Saturday, kind of a ridging, it's going to keep this precipitation up toward our north. So we're not going to see anything kind of working their way into our area here as we go into the weekend. So right now, going into Saturday, for example, you're seeing some of the scattered showers here across portions of Tennessee and Kentucky, but nothing quite getting into our way. At least that's the way the models are currently looking. As we go into Saturday and Sunday, once again, also looking pretty good. Not seeing any rain here across Alabama and Georgia. So looking very good here over the next 7 days with a little bit of a dry spell settling in. All right, so let's look at your forecast maps. Again, to kind of watch this as I highlight the track here as we go throughout the day in today and going into tonight. Looking pretty good. Monday morning looking very nice. Obviously, we got the high pressure there off the coast. So because of the high right there, we get the westerly wind. That's going to keep us warming up for tomorrow. Then we're going to watch that frontal system come on through as we go into our Tuesday. There it is on Tuesday coming through North Georgia. That'll cool us down briefly. Wednesday looking pretty good with high pressure under control. And as well into Thursday. And then we'll see things begin to warm back up with those things becoming a little more subtly going into the weekend. But at least Saturday and Sunday, there's Saturday. Again, you see indications of this ridging taking place in here. It's going to keep that precipitation off toward our north and not see anything for both Saturday as well as going in towards Sunday. So everything looks quiet here over the next 7 days. Let's go and wrap this forecast up and look at your forecast here for tomorrow as we're looking at, again, mostly sunny skies, 82-50. We went from 60s to 70s, now into the low 80s here for tomorrow. Morning lows around 50. Elsewhere, looking at lows generally in the 40s, a few 50s down toward metro Atlanta, 52 in Athens, or down in Atlanta, for example, 48 in Rome, 48 in Dahlonega, 46 up in Clayton. The rest of your highs for tomorrow, mostly in the 80s. We'll have a few 70s up at the higher elevations, but 83 in Dalton, 82 in Gainesville, and 83 down in Marietta. So a warm day, at least the humidity's not bad, that's for sure, with that westerly wind continuing for tomorrow. Regionally like this, everybody in the 80s except for maybe down on the Gulf Coast. Destin at 75 degrees there. Mobile at 81. Birmingham 83. Asheville 86. So everybody, temperatures swinging above normal here for your Monday. And the rest of the 7 day, again, get ready for the roller coaster. Down to 69, 59.59 on Tuesday, 70.45 on Wednesday. Then we climb right back up into the 80s as we go toward next weekend. And it looks like Easter is going to be a bit of a warm one there, Easter Sunday next weekend. And looking at 84 and 60 right now. So looks like we're in store for a warm Easter weekend right now, the way it's currently tracking. So again, hopefully folks will go ahead and start that planning. I think we're good. I think we're done. That was our last big push, I think, of cold air. I don't think we're going to get any more freeze or frosty conditions. It's starting to get late in the season now. So go ahead. I'm giving you permission. Go ahead and start that planning. Go and get that going underway for now. Again, I appreciate everybody getting back with us as we continue to deal with the aftermath of the Facebook hack that took part back in March. We're still hoping to get our previous page back, which had 34,000 followers on it. And right now we got about 1,400. So we're trying to rebuild, and hopefully we'll be able to merge these pages back together in the future. And obviously YouTube, we just started there, so we only got about 100 subscribers there on the YouTube side. So again, I appreciate you guys helping to support both channels as we try to build the premier weather source for everybody here across North Georgia here in 2025. All right, that's y'all's update for now. Again, be good, stay safe, and we'll see you tomorrow. You guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have a great day. Bye-bye.